I can't answer this question.
Yes, you can. That's the whole point. Why is it so red? It's part of the questions. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a la MalaInfluencia.x, donde hablamos de
lo bueno, lo malo,
lo usado,
y lo que no se dice.
As you all know, I'm Hazel.
I'm Rulis.
And first of all, what are we going to do?
We'll give our shout outs.
We're going to give our shout outs. You go.
Well, first, I want to give shout out to my Perk Creek boys. You guys always capping. ¿Y tú?
Shout out to las twins, especially La Twin 1 right now, holding it down for us, while the other twin is out having fun for us.
Shout out to the people. Los que vieron el last episode, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Con mucho corazón. We're still getting the hang of everything, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I know the voice might be all iffy, pero ahí vamos poco a poco.
Yeah. And shout out to like everyone that literally has given us feedback también.
Definitely.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
And everybody shared it. Glocks.
Shout out to the soccer players and stuff. So today we're going to be doing a little bit different, not talking about a topic, but asking each other a couple questions.
So you can know us more. So you can present ourselves a little bit more than you guys already know us. To see what our likings and what our train of thought is.
Just FYI, Rulis doesn't like anything, so this is going to be really hard on him.
Salud.
All right, Rulis, you want me to start or you want to start?
I'll start this off.
All right.
Well, basically, we're going to be doing a would you rather. So, this or that.
Whatever.
Ahí contestan.
No, contestamos nosotros.
I'm Kevin.
And some of the questions we already have like ready to go, but we are also open to some questions that pop up in our head. So whatever comes to your head, just ask me.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start?
Yeah.
Or you want me to start?
I'll start off this good podcast. If you had to choose, would you rather die before your partner passes or no?
Yeah, if I had one. Because I don't... No, actually, no.
You wouldn't want to die first?
No.
No?
What if I want to keep living? Just kidding.
That's a fair answer.
It depends. It depends on like the relationship. But I don't think so, because I don't think that like your life depends on someone else's.
Do you think of the situation? What if there's a situation to it? Like, you wouldn't?
No.
Not at all. Just settle, yeah. Okay.
Heartless. All right.
Okay.
Would you rather find true love or become extremely rich?
Find true love or extremely rich. That's pretty hard to answer. I mean, at the end of the day, you do want true love, but at the same time, you do want to be fucking, yeah. You want to be rich. That's pretty hard. Fuck it. I'd rather be rich.
You'd rather be rich?
Yeah, I'd rather be rich.
You can buy that love.
You can buy that love.
All right.
It'll come to you. You won't have to find it when you have money. So it'll just go.
That's not going to be true love, though.
Get what you got. Get what you get.
Deal with what you get.
Get what you get. So, if you had the option, what would be your go-to place? For una peda or drinking, whatever, what would be your drink to go to? Una botella de tequila or cerveza?
Tequila for sure.
Tequila for sure?
I don't like beer like that. Beer is ya cuando ya ando entradito.
Ni una guama,
No.
una Victoria.
No.
Like una...
No.
Corona limonada. Salud,
Tequila.
Corona.
Tequila for sure.
What would be a go-to bottle for you?
Don Julio.
Don Julio? Damn, she fancy.
Hazel, ¿a ti te gusta el tequila? A mí no me gusta, a mí me encanta.
That's funny shit.
All right, my turn?
Yep.
Okay. If you were stranded in a beach, who would you rather be there with you?
Fuck, I hate the beach. I hate the beach.
I'm telling you, he hates everything. Your worst enemy,
Okay.
or one of your exes.
My worst enemy or one of my exes? I'd probably be one of my exes. No Okay.
Would it be like, okay, what about if it was like one of your worst exes? I don't even know if that's a word. Still pick them?
Yeah, still pick the exes.
You'll kill the other motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right.
So, are you glad you lost people over the years?
Yeah,
Are you?
definitely. Yes.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that you are glad?
I mean, I'm not like jumping of joy, but I think that people come and go as they need to in your life. So it's, it has brought me better things lately. So
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's good. Fair.
Fair. All right. Would you prefer a successful marriage or a successful career?
I'll say successful career. Using successful career, because you'll be at the end of you'll still be wealthy too. It comes back to fucking.
No,
You'll be good at what you do. I mean, a marriage, it's hard. I mean, because a marriage you can fucking end. So I prefer a career because career lasts.
it brings money.
You'll get money. So.
All right.
What is your biggest regret in life? What would be your biggest regret in life?
That's deep. I think that for me, it would be hurting my parents the way that I did when I was young. Yeah, I think that I wish I would have never done that, 'cause things would have been different. But at the same time, it's like it happened and it taught me a lot of things. But that's something I would take back.
Hurting your parents.
Hurting my parents.
Are you guys good now?
We're good now. They love me. They always have. I mean, and that's the thing. Like regardless, I feel like we don't do it on purpose, but sometimes like it affects our parents. But in my case, at least, I'm lucky enough that they still support me and they love me. So, aunque la cagué, they're like, let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Eso es todo.
That's a good question.
As long as you guys are good now, that's what's up.
Yeah. Okay. What's the meanest thing you've ever said to anyone?
The meanest thing you ever said to anyone. Chacho. That they're cat. Neta. Nah, the meanest thing I could probably told somebody was that don't want to see you ever again. That was probably the worst thing that I could have said.
Was it like because of your tone, or like what made it so bad?
What made it bad?
Because you can say that to anyone.
What made it bad was that everything just led up to a point that que, ¿sabes qué? Ya no te quiero ver. You just caused so much damage to my life que, ¿sabes qué? Just go. Like
Okay.
just seeing you in person, just like, I'll bring it up. It's just the reason I said this to my dad. So I said to my dad, this things led up to a thing with my parents that was like, ¿sabes qué? Ya no te quiero ver, ya. You're just causing more damage. But this was when I was younger, you know what I mean? Yes, we're all chill now. Como dices tú, like, your parents are good now. I'm chill now. Well, ahí estamos tratando, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was, so you feel like it was mean because it's something that you shouldn't have done to like a parent?
Basically, yeah, because a lot of shit went down. So a lot of shit happened that day when I said it. It's everything led to it, like, you should never say it to your parent because ellos te ayudaron a crecer, ellos te dieron todo. Ellos no se merecen que les digas eso or faltarles respeto. No matter what they've done to you, no matter what it is, you should never disrespect. Like everybody tells you, don't disrespect the elders.
Yeah.
So.
But it's sometimes, like you said, it's better because you're getting away from that situation, and even though it's hurtful, it might be good. Like,
yeah, it's good. Like at the moment, it's good. But later in the long run, like when I said it, después that I said it, a mí me valió madres. I mean, I didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, okay, I said it. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy. I'm chill now. Probably the worst thing I've done. Because after me saying that, just like
that guilt came.
I let the time go, and of me being happy, and me fui a la chingada de que, you know what? I'm not me. I'm upset. I'm fucking depressed. Like no, like me saying that kind of made it worse in the sense that right.
You thought it was gonna help, but it made it just worse.
It just ruined me basically.
That was maybe one of the meanest things you said to yourself in a way. Oh, that's deep. That's deep.
I said it to myself, or just in general, just me saying that's probably the worst thing I've said to any human being. Well, and that's not any human because it's my own father, but that's probably the worst thing I've said. You know what I mean? That actually affected me and
affected him.
And happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
That was a good talk. All right. What do you prefer? Do you prefer outdoor activities or just staying in, doing something mellow?
That's a good question.
Or not actually outdoor activities, or you could say, ¿cómo te diré? Going out, like
hiking and stuff like that, or just going out?
Just going out, like to parties, clubs, and all that. Different. Outdoor activities like hiking, camping, going out to the fields, go to water parks.
I prefer to like try new things, so I'd rather do like an activity, but there comes to a point where I'm just tired and I'd rather stay home and sleep. I love naps, so
because
I party so much that then I'll be tired.
Never call her if you're in a situation, because she will never
I'm gonna put like a sleep mode of
ever.
I'm gonna put like a sleep mode of whenever I'm sleeping, that way you know.
Don't call her.
All right.
But what would be some outdoor activities that you're into? What are some outdoor activities?
I like hiking.
Okay, hiking.
I used to like biking. I don't know about now.
Okay.
And playing soccer.
You still play soccer?
No, because I hurt myself, but...
Where did you hurt your knee?
Don't worry about it.
El típico Mexican, mi rodilla, mi tobillo.
No, it's my ankle.
Oh, shit.
Soccer was real. I hate you.
I love soccer. I used to play soccer so much back in the day.
I would have never thought that, by the way.
What did you used to play? What was your position? ¿Delantera? ¿Metías goles?
Ya, como Chicharito. Nomás los esperaba.
Yo hice cubateo, mira.
Yo, I remember there was this one time where I actually, I didn't even realize I had made the goal. I went in with the goal. And there, I was like, oh, who made it? They're like, you did. I'm like, oh. So yeah, the Chicharito just waiting for them and shit.
Okay. Chicharito.
What makes you feel jealous in a relationship?
What makes me feel jealous? I mean, for me, it will be just dependent on the situation.
Okay, what are those situations?
All right. Back when I'm not jealous anymore, like I was back in my day when I was younger, pues ya un pinche mocoso morrillo, pues. But I'll give you an example. Back in the day, cuando andaba con alguien, I was jealous of the fact that I wasn't confident in myself. So that would be one of the jealousies that I've had. That I wasn't confident in myself. So I was jealous that ella salía y con sus amigos, pero I was like jealous of the fact that like I wasn't able to go because I wasn't at that age. You know what I mean? I was younger than the girl.
Oh.
I was younger than the girl.
Interesting.
And ella iba a los antros or whatever, you know what I mean? And I wasn't at the age, so I didn't have ID. I didn't, so yes, iba. So I was jealous and I was self-conscious of myself. I'm like, fuck.
Like, am I losing her, or like, is she doing something?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
okay, but like, what about like when you're let's say like you're in a relationship right now, not before.
Okay. No.
What makes you like what action of that person or of whatever of other people would make you feel jealous? There you go.
For me, it just would be that like if she's touchy. Touchy, like mucho abrazo, mucho acá y acá. That would be mainly the only thing, to be honest. Because I'm not very like now. I'm just very confident in myself. Like, okay, see, like if you make me jealous, like just que acá, like I'm not gonna deal with it. I have other priorities. So like for me, it should be like too touchy. Like if they're too friendly. Because hay un límite para mí. Like there's a limit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like you're okay with them saying hi to them and everything.
Y'all give each other a hug.
There's people that
they're like aquí clingy, or like cuando andan pedas, cuando andan con sus amigos, like it's something else. So like Para me, it would be just like, okay, I'm cool, like abrazo, un beso en la cacheca, that's normal. That's just.
You're saying hi.
Yeah, that's algo normal. But ya, like, mucho abrazo acá y acá, and you're gonna be like, alright, qué pedo aquí, pues.
Right.
Yeah, I mean? So for me, it would be just like the touchiness. Other than that, I think I'm straight with it. I mean, a girl, for me, if you wanna go out, do whatever you wanna do, just chilo. I'm not jealous of it. Go ahead.
Awesome. Alright, your turn.
So, for me, what would be. If you were ever called to help bury somebody, would you do it?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, it depends who's calling me.
Oh, damn.
Damn, if they ever, they're gonna show this video like she said she would. She probably did.
So if, I don't, okay, all right, give me an example. Just say if our friend, twin number one, calls you like, hey, I accidentally just did this. Can you help me bury it? Because I want nobody to find out. ¿Sí o no?
Yeah.
Yeah? What would you be shoveling? Would you shovel un hoyo?
I don't know. Whatever she wants to do.
Where would you bury a person? If you
I'm
had
not
to
gonna
bury
tell
a
you my
person-
secrets.
If you-
Nah, I be watching too much TV shows, so I could give you a list of things that I would do. But like you
En
just
ácido,
came out
¿verdad?
and
You, en ácido?
no. I was thinking about throwing them like in you. I don't know if you watch it, but if they threw somebody inside where they were gonna throw cement, it's like perfect.
Oh, that's smart. That's real smart. That's real smart. Okay.
Because then you throw them in the river, they'll come back up. You put them somewhere in the woods, they'll find them.
Yeah, that's true.
Cement, unless you break that motherfucker, you ain't getting there out.
That's very true.
So this is why shows aren't good, because they give us ideas. But anyways, that's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to ask you that. Would you?
Help somebody bury? Fuck yeah. Why not? I mean,
Like, I didn't kill him.
if just say my best friend just called me like, hey, acaba de pasar esto, hice esto, pues vámonos. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because if I do it for him, I would expect the same thing, but who knows? You never know. But I would. There's a lot of places. Like,
Okay. Give the whole list. If I ever go missing, y'all, you know who took it. It's like, nah. All right, your turn.
I can see that one.
Oh, you asked me. All right. Have you ever considered cheating on your partner?
Are we asking past tense or now? Future?
I mean, whatever. It could be both.
Because I could bring an example of past tense. But that's yeah. I could bring an example past tense. I could bring an example now.
All right.
All right. Past tense would be pues cuando andaba con la morra. Yo jugaba fútbol antes, you know what I mean? I used to play soccer. Y ahí hay un lugar que se llama La Bombonera. Muchos conocen La Bombonera. And I used to go there and play. Y ahora ahí iba. So yo andaba con la morra y a veces iba to Bombonera. That was just that one. I remember this day the girl was making me emputado because ella salía at the clubs and it would be, like I was chill with it.
And all you were allowed to do was, like actually go to soccer games.
Yeah, because I was still young. You know what I mean? So I was chill, vete tú, and then I would go to my games. But yo, fuck it, me voy a mis games, todo chilo. And then that day nos enojamos, no sé qué, because she was getting upset for some reason. It's okay, whatever. I'm just blowing you off then. And that day there was somebody working there, and then yo pues, platicando, and she made a joke to me. I was just trying to buy apple juice. That's all I was trying to do. I was just, can I get apple juice? Yeah, yo bien inocente pues con un pinche mocoso. And I was just there.
Ay, sí, bien inocente. Okay.
She's like, hey, can I have apple juice? And I was like, how much? She's like, nothing, you can have it. I'm like,
Oh, so you thought she was
no. Yeah,
Damn, she gave me apple juice.
I was like, how much? She's like, nothing, free.
Es que te vio niño.
Cat. Yeah, pues, I was like, fuck, me sacó de onda. So me fui. I was like, thank you, me fui. And I came back. I'm like, are you being serious? Is this for free or are you just fucking with me? Y fui y regresé como güey otra vez. And desde ahí, I talked to her. The rest of, after my game, regresé otra vez y a platicar con ella.
Para que te diera más apple juice.
And And then de ahí siguió, and then, como yo jugaba entre semana, como había 2 ligas, era la liga normal, el de segunda, primera división, during the week, y había la liga de domingo. And then it was Sundays, and we had a team there. So we went there Sunday, y también estaba. Entonces otra vez platicamos, I was there the whole, me quedé, after I played, todavía me quedé
Did
como,
you get apple juice tired?
I actually got 3 apple juice that day. But I was there chilling. And then it just came to, then time passed, I got a number. So we just kept talking. So that would be a thing, I guess. You consider
Considered it?
Yeah, I didn't consider it because yo no sabía. You know what I mean?
El inocente.
No, seriously, yo no sabía, pero the girl I was with, she was like, that's just you're basically just cheating. We were just talking. We wouldn't hang out besides all that. The thing was that la amistad de yo la morra from the place was just talking, because it was like we would have conversations for hours. Todo chilo. But it was nothing more than that. But she told me, like, yeah, that's basically, I'm like, so I'll consider that something I have them, basically.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But future now, nada de eso. That's
Because todavía sigue siendo niño inocente. All right.
No. What was your first job?
I worked at my uncle's office.
What did you do?
Doing, like, I was a receptionist for he does taxes. He still does it. So I actually learned a lot there. I learned a lot of things.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
But
Mucho billete? A lot of money?
no comments.
No? Okay. Did you like your first job?
Yeah, I mean, I was young, so it's not like.
Okay.
But I liked it because I got to learn like a lot of things. That's actually where I learned to like translate really well. So now that I look at it, it's like that was beneficial.
Okay.
But anyways,
Okay.
What's your greatest fear in a relationship?
Oh shit.
My shits are deep.
Jesus. A lot of relationships. My greatest fear in a relationship. That's pretty hard. There's a lot of things, to be honest with you. But my greatest fear would be. That's very hard. Not cheated on, but my greatest fear would be que le cuente algo y se lo use en contra de mí.
That's pretty deep.
Like, to be honest, like, if you cheat on me, okay, a la chingada. Like, go right ahead, just fucking get out of my life. Or I'm done with you. But my greatest fear would be just like me telling her something and then she holds it against me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or she uses it like.
Just uses it in general, like, to harm me or harm someone else. Like, that would be my greatest fear.
I like that.
That uses something that then she knows that would damage me, pues.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll probably be it. Use something against me. You know what I mean? That's alright there. What is something? How can I explain this without being too harsh? What is something that you've ever done to your brothers or to your sisters or to any family member that damages them? You know what I mean? Have you ever done something to them that's like, that hurt them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want me to go on it?
It's up to you if you want to tell or you want to abbreviate or speak on something. It's all you.
I think it goes back again to like my dumb decisions as a child. Really? I like to say. Like,
not a child, just a younger teenager?
Just not knowing what I was doing. And maybe like at that point I didn't realize that I was hurting other people, and that it would have like such an effect in the long run. But you know, now that I see it, or the first time that I heard it, it was just like, really, like, how does that affect you? You know, like I didn't think of the consequences.
Okay.
But now later on, like I actually acknowledge how it could have been damaging. So I'm like, damn, you know, like, and I feel bad. And it goes back to the same thing, like hurting my parents with my dumbass decisions sometimes. It also affected my brothers or my family just in general, because everybody, you know, we're very close together. So they all knew about everything. So that was good. I like that.
Si me ven, invito una caguama, because these things are cat. Una mega Victoria.
Yes, please. Do you still have feelings for any of your exes?
That's a no. That's a no. Am I still in contact with them? Yes. Because I've grown up to be mature enough to be about it. Like, we had a good relationship, good friendship. And aunque no sea más que friendship, that's what I want. Like, I don't want to have problems with nobody.
You just don't want to lose like the relationship that doesn't mean one.
I lost a relationship a long time ago, like friendship whatever we had, but I'm like, I don't want to die having problems with anybody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I think I'm mature enough that, like, if I have a problem with you, I'll come to you and fix it. Y si puede arreglar, chilo. Si no se puede, pues ni pedo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It is what it is. But honestly, I sometimes I keep in contact to check up on it, because we were close. So once you're close to somebody, like, you're gonna want to keep in contact to make sure at least they're good, health-wise or family-wise. Todo está bien, because especially during the pandemic, you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't care about them.
Shit. But when you start hearing people like passing away or whatever, it's like,
yeah, that's true.
Just a little call. I mean, we haven't spoken, but we do give a call. You know what I mean? Check up porque todo está chilo. Everything's good.
Yeah, and actually, that's a good point, because I think that with the pandemic, we all kind of realized like things can just change out of the nowhere.
Definitely. Fast as fall.
And especially like, and not even just the pandemic, like just in general, people get sick, people go through stuff. And it really did, at least for me, like whenever I was holding grudges against people, which I normally don't, but when I do, you know, I was able to kind of just move forward and be like, it's not gonna affect me anymore.
Yeah.
I like it. How much battery do we have left?
One more.
How long has it been? Do you know?
Just now? You got like 15 minutes.
What's your biggest fear today? Okay. Ask me that one.
What's your biggest fear today? Okay. Oh, pretty good. So what is your biggest fear today? What would be your biggest fear in modern day today? Or ahorita mismo, like, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear would be to... Gosh, I hate you. To trust people. To let people into my life again and, like, let it affect my daughter. That's my fear. That's a pretty good one, no?
That's a tough thing. Yeah, I mean, because you do have a daughter. I mean, you can't just bring anybody around.
Exactly.
And that's a tough one, because like, there's a lot of good people out there, but they have bad intentions at times.
Exactly. Yep.
If that's your greatest fear, I believe it.
Yep.
I believe it.
What's the hardest goodbye you've ever had to do?
Hardest goodbye. I don't think I've had the hardest goodbye, but I'll still bring up the same thing. It's the hardest, like, it's not a goodbye anymore, but it's like, when it was just the death situation. Like, the same thing. That's probably the hardest goodbye I've had. Or, you know, ¿sabes qué? I'll give you, the hardest goodbye was my uncle. Un tío que tenía en México. Que paz descansa, pues. Pero me and him were super close.
And you got to say goodbye or no?
I got to say goodbye. Like, a month before me vine. It was like a month or two before I came back. Because what was it, summer of, no me qué año, sepa la madre. Era un mocoso todavía también. I was in Mexico.
He was innocent.
At that time, my parents, like they'll send us every other year. They'll send us to Mexico for the summer. So school ended, luego vámonos cabrón a México. Y so yo me iba, and every single time que yo iba, pues luego the primera person who picked me up from the airport was my uncle. You know what I mean?
And you got that close relationship.
I was really close because yo y él hacemos todo. Él me llevaba para arriba, para el cerro, al pueblo. Everywhere I wanted to go, me llevaba. And then me invitaba a su caguamo.
Now we know where you get it from.
No, but yeah, he took me everywhere. I was super close with him. And what was it that last month yo sabía que he was having problems because él falleció de, pues, si no me equivoco, it's been a long time, you know what I mean? But I remember, I think it was from being diabetic, si no me equivoco, or had a stroke, whatever the two it was, but
you kind of knew that he was sick already.
Yeah, but the only thing, yeah, he was already sick. I already knew because he was just like, él estaba poquito, he wasn't like, he was built, but then he got skinny, and then he was like scrawny, just, yeah, but
you could tell the difference.
Yeah, you could tell the difference. And I remember that when my mom was like, hey, I wait por ustedes next month. Okay, chilo. That month, he knew. See, like, cada vez, luego se le veía cara de tristeza. And then the last thing I remember the last memory I actually do remember that we both shared was that yo compré unas gafas. And he compré unas gafas. And they were they were dope as shit. Tenían como flames. I was like, I look cool as shit. You know what I mean? I was like, shit. I had these glasses with little flames. I was like, I look like a pimp. And then
you want to look like a pimp when you're an innocent child.
And I was like, and then we're just, you know what I mean? I bought them. I just remember he was like, I like him a lot. And I just knew he was just hitting that time. So I was like, here, te los regalo, you know what I mean? And he wore them every day. Like, en la noche los tenía puestos en el día. That last month, you know what I mean? And it sucked because I was very close with him. Like, of all the uncles that I have right now, I mean, I have another uncle that lives here that I'm super close with, and my two uncles on my mom's side. Other than that, that's probably the person that my fallecido that hurt the most was probably him.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that.
But I cry.
No.
So I have a question, Hazel.
Okay.
What is your biggest insecurity? Your biggest insecurity, what is it?
You being my friend.
Chill, cut. Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. I think that my biggest insecurity is
don't start crying here.
I'm trying to think. If you would have asked me this question like a couple of weeks ago or months ago, I would have been able to give you like a whole list, right? Because unfortunately, like, I was very insecure about a lot of things. One of the things is obviously like my weight, just the lifestyle that I'm taking or that I'm doing, and then another biggest insecurity that I have is just like the insecurity of like being a good mom or whatever, right? But what I've learned these couple last weeks is that there's no one that's perfect, and there's no reason for you to explore.
No one is perfect.
Yep. There's no reason for you to explore those insecurities, because maybe like what I don't like about myself or something that I don't like about myself, maybe someone else likes it. And you know, if they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. They don't have to be part of my life. And then another thing is like I've tried to not. And if not, like, también if I've tried to like stay off social media and like understand that the pictures and shit that people post, they're not real life. Like we can't. No, it is them, but like it's no. I mean more like for example with girls.
Okay.
Like okay, they take pictures in like bikinis or whatever.
Okay.
But we know that in real life, if we were to see them, like they all have like pimples like us. They all have, you know, like different things in their face. They just cover it or whatever better than us. Yeah. Like mm-hmm. So either way, like I've learned to not believe that or not compare myself to that that's getting posted, if that makes sense. But I mean, other than that, just feeling secure now.
So you're good now.
I'm in a better position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like now, I'm just like, oh well, it's there.
Not me.
Let's see. I just saw one, sorry.
Take. Oh.
I hate you. Alright.
I was like, fuck.
Sorry. Alright. What's one of like the best memories that you have growing up?
Best memories I had growing up was my house.
What house?
Well, I used to live in Penns Grove, New Jersey. That's where I used to live at. Ahí tenía la casa, pues ahí vivimos todos, que mis hermanos, unos tíos y mis papás, pues. That's probably the best memory I have, because en esa casa hacíamos de todo. Like that house was a house to be. Entre semana, on the weekends, porque ahí tenía, everybody knew my uncles, everybody knew our family, pues, like Sundays era carne asadas. So mis tíos todo el tiempo tenían carne a los desgraciados.
No wonder you like doing carne asadas.
I fucking love carne asadas. But I like it because mis tíos, they got me into that shit so bad. Porque cada domingo era carne asadas y sábados era fiestas. Like my house was, it wasn't that big, but it was, for us, my familia was big enough to throw parties que my neighbors wouldn't bitch at all. Nunca llamaron a la policía que oh, it's 10 o'clock, no. Ahí se amanecía la fiesta. So like every Saturday era fiestas de cumpleaños de amigos.
That was like the place to be.
Just una fiesta, whatever it was, we celebrated, like New Year's or whatever.
It was there.
Ahí Saturday, viernes, pues era.
But do you have like a specific like memory there that you're like, I remember that day?
A specific memory there. To be honest with you, no, because I feel like that's just a memory itself.
Okay.
I figured just that house is memory itself, because nadie me lo quita, and that house was just a memory. Like I can go and ask anybody, hey, remember this? Remember that? They're just like, yeah, your house is a spot. You can ask my best friend, you can ask my brother, you can ask anybody that goes, the friend group that we have. They're gonna say that was a spot. That's what I love to hear.
I can't say that.
And I do miss that. And I'm gonna be honest, like I do miss that memory, because being with that house was everything. You know what I mean? Because imagínate, llegas a trabajar tú. Like when I started working in PA. You know what I mean? That was my job in landscaping. So yo llegaba a trabajar y todos mis amigos trabajaban en Jersey. So yo iba a trabajar y luego que llegaba, yo estaban allá afuera con mis tíos pisteando. I mean,
but didn't that get like tiring to always like? Okay,
always
me
come home to people drinking.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it because like
the company.
Huh?
The company.
No, I enjoyed like. Wait, what are you trying to say? Wait, como.
Como la compañía que te daban, like that relationship that you had, like with them, the company, like being with somebody during that time. Anyways, what didn't it get tiring at some point, like to always come home and people be there at your house?
No, I appreciated it a lot. I appreciate it a lot because they're there with your family. I mean,
okay, you consider them your family.
Well, not like saying that. I'm just saying like, what do you have friends that just appear to your house or you see them drinking there with your parents or your family? You never see that ever.
No, yeah, I mean, at least not on my end.
Mm-hmm. Like I've heard of different stories que I've never heard from other people. Tengo amigos que llegan a mi casa nomás a pistear con mis papás o mis tíos. No, I've never heard that. Yeah. But if you go to my house, ahí en la entre semana, yo llegaba a trabajar y estaban ahí, aunque uno cortando la yarda, pero ahí estaban todos in the front porch.
Like it was just
drinking,
like the
con
place to be.
Doing mechanic or lo que sea. They were all just there. It was cool. It's probably that's my house. The
house itself was a memory.
It's just a memory.
Okay.
That because there's so many memories there. The house is the memory.
Fair enough.
That's what it is. So I do have a really good question.
A ver, dímelo.
If there's one thing you could take back in life, something that you did, what would it be?
Wouldn't that be like regret también already?
No.
Like an action?
Like an action that you did that you wish you could take back. Not regret, because a lot of people are gonna say, there's gonna be people saying like, I don't regret anything, but I know that people regret stuff, but what's one action that you've done that you wish you didn't do?
I hate you. I think that one of the biggest action that I wish I would have done was like focus a little bit more in school. Like I could have gotten a whole scholarship. I could have.
You were smart.
Yeah.
Child.
And I got distracted. And so that distraction caused me to like not go where I had to go in order to get the scholarship. Mm-hmm. So I think my life could have not been a little bit different, because then I would have been able to focus on different things.
You think you would be in a spot right now if you actually focus in school?
Yes, I'd be somewhere different.
Or you could think you could be somewhere like más altísima, más chingona.
I don't know, because sometimes at that time I wanted to be a nurse.
Okay.
And so like now I look back and I'm like, I don't want to be a nurse.
Okay.
So I think that obviously like everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. And me not being able to get that scholarship made me also fight harder for what I wanted now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah. So.
That's good. Do you like jaripeos?
I love them. A mí no me gustan, a mí me encantan.
What about them? What about them do you enjoy? Because I know I love them. Because, mira, pura pinche modelito, eh.
So you like drinking?
No, I like going Drinking jaripeos is cool.
I personally like that atmosphere, being outside, like singing and like dancing, polvaderas and stuff like that. I think that's what like. So okay, for example, my family isn't too much of like banda and tamboreras and stuff like that, even though we're Mexican, but they're more into like cumbias and stuff. But for me I like it literally calls my soul. So whenever I go to places like that, like I enjoy it because it's a different atmosphere than what I've had when I was growing up.
Okay. But them jaripeos recently they've been good. I'm not lying. Los jaripeos de Rodo Tierra Caliente, shout out to you guys. Y'all turning up. That's good.
Even though I missed Banda Ejecutiva, but it's okay.
No cap, yeah.
I cried. What was the last lie? What was the best lie you've ever said?
Best lie I've ever said?
And this is very hard for him because he lies every day.
Best lie I've ever said? That I bought a blanket from Costco. No cap. That was probably the best lie I've ever. Why? Because I backed up. I backed up because when the person asked me like, "Hey, you're capping. You never got it." I'm like, "Yes, I did." She's like, "Let me see the other." They were like, "Can I see
the other options?"
Can I see the other options? And you
Googled it?
I Googled that shit. Googled that. I went to Costco and I put the shit.
Y'all see this?
I backed it up.
Liar.
I backed it up. That's probably the best lie I've ever had.
Cap on top of cap.
It's like
Cap. No, yours is like growing. That was. Sorry for that friend that has that blanket.
Yeah, se lo voy a robar un día. What is a guilty pleasure that you have? Guilty pleasure.
You're gonna laugh.
Okay.
Eating my concha with a Coca-Cola.
A las 2 de la mañana con
yes,
concha.
Enjoying it. Yes, como los albañiles en México. No, that's con una conchita and una coquita. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I enjoy that, but I know that it's like It's not good for my health.
You're gonna.
But it's okay.
Okay.
Who was the last person you ever said I love you to? That but not that you're just saying okay, bye, goodbye, that you actually.
That's it? That's a good question.
He doesn't ever say I love you, that's why. Or he uses it too much.
That's a good question. The last person I said that to?
Damn, he got nervous. He cracking his fingers and shit.
There is one person, but I'm not going to mention the name.
Obviously.
I'm not going to bring up what it is.
Story.
But that person's watching, so they know who it is. And I'll leave it at that.
Shout out to the person.
Yeah, shout out to that person.
I'm ready to go down.
Do you believe in Santa Claus? Do you even
when I met you, yeah. I was like, oh shit, there's a Mexican version too.
Cabrón.
That's what you get. I was trying to get you to ask me something good. You said Santa Claus.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
Have you ever gotten blackout drunk?
All the time, chacho.
When was your last time?
Last time I got blacked out drunk was, to be honest, was my birthday. My birthday party that I had. Shout out to everybody who came out. That shit was fucking litty. ¿Sí o no?
Yeah.
¿Sí o no? Yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, that's probably the last time I got blacked out drunk. And it was fucking quick. And it was quick.
Yeah, you got there late.
I got there late, emputado.
You're not supposed to
sin
see
dormir, con hambre, ni comí mis tacos, que traje taquero. No mames.
When you pay for the tacos,
Yeah,
but you don't get any tacos.
no.
Yeah.
It was a good night, but I blacked out quick. But that was probably the last time I was blacked out. Did you ever wake up did you ever wake up from your sleep because of a nightmare?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and it felt real.
And it felt so real that you were actually like,
No,
what the
I
fuck,
actually,
her?
yeah.
Like you actually started crying. You're like,
Oh.
no, I gotta fix it now, or just like in general, just like do you ever wake up from a sleep and it's like, wow.
I've had one where I'm dreaming that I'm that my car's going down a
Downhill?
cliff. No, yeah, like a cliff, and I could see my me getting closer and closer. And when I woke up, I literally was when I supposedly crashed.
Really?
It was real.
¿Te quieres matar, verdad? Oui. No más, quieres volar, ¿verdad? Chingado. Learn how to fly.
I can't with you. What's the most proud you've ever been in your life?
The most proud I've ever been in my life?
Either for yourself or someone else.
The most proud I've been in my life would be... For myself, the most proud thing I think I could say for myself would be just getting my life together.
Your life is together? Say.
No cap. Yeah, fuera de churro, I'll say that.
What do you mean?
Like just being able to work, being able to provide for my family. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
Because the reason I say that, why I'm proud of that. Muchos no saben, but I am a dropout. I did drop out of high school. De esa madre lo dejé, freshman, sophomore year. De esa madre lo dejé a la chingada. Because my family was going downhill. Yeah, we're parents separados. Mom was the only one working. Brother was in college, pero todo se fue a la chingada. And I was just depressed. Me salí de la chingada. Y me puse a trabajar. And if I'm gonna be honest, the first year I left school, no hice nada. I was just that depressed, that sad, que no quise hacer nada. Eso duré, and so I started working. But I wasn't in a position that I could help my family do what they want to do, like how I am now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was working, but I was just barely
Providing for them?
barely providing for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was barely providing for myself, and I was barely even helping with the bills, because yo no ganaba mucho. I'm still, what, 16, 17-year-old kid trying to, you know what I mean, trying to help a family. It's not anything easy. So now it's like, now in my presence, like, I'm at a fucking job, okay, I'm able to fucking do anything I want. I mean, yeah, I work so many hours, so many days a week, but I'm about to sacrifice me working, being able, but being the reward I get is I'm able to provide.
Okay.
I'm able to provide for myself.
So you feel proud like every day in a way?
Oh yeah.
You could go back and change anything from yourself or things that you've done, what would it be?
Was this fun thing? If I go back in time?
I would go back and not get my computer wet. No, I'm just kidding.
In time or in what?
Whatever. I mean, or like a decision you made or something.
Fuck. If there's something I could go back in time and fix about myself, would probably be don't expect to be someone to make someone else happy, you could say.
Elaborate on that.
I say, like, don't try to be someone that you're not. Basically,
Okay.
that's me. Because that actually made things worse for myself. Me trying to do that, me trying to be somebody I'm not. Like, trying to be a kid. Oh, I have money to go out and do this and that.
It put you like in a situation
Put me in a
back.
situation like, all right, voy y salgo y invito a chelas, pero sabiendo que no trabajo, sabiendo que no.
Your priorities weren't
My
straight.
priorities weren't straight.
Yeah.
I do wish I would have changed that when I was younger, but that was just a kid que no sabía nada. No sabía qué es vida compared to hoy en día. Because nowadays, life is you work, pay your fucking bills, you take care of responsibilities, and you move on to the next day. If you're able to make anything better of yourself, chingon. Congrats, I mean, because you made it. But if you can't, like, you're just living in a struggling life, like, you repeat your day, every single day, but you're fucking depressed, you're fucking upset. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Yeah, I say what's the point?
And you got out of that in a way.
And yeah, I was actually able to get out of it, and now, like, come back to, like, I'm able to provide and stuff. But I feel like, yeah, like, that's something I do wish I would have changed on myself. Like, when I was younger, not to show off, not to be someone that I'm not. Because instead of, yeah, that helped others see, okay, I can invite him, come over, keep coming through. But at what consequence did I do that? I mean, because at the consequence I did that, I was yo me sufriendo.
You looked good, but at the same time, like later, yeah.
I put them aside just to look good for someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way of looking for it.
It's like, I wish I would have changed that back in the day, but that's just, like I said, era un puto mocoso que no sabía nada. Yeah, I mean, and being real, like, that's something I do really. At the end of the day, that would be a regret. Es algo que me equivoqué, es algo que I do feel upset happening. Because I could have done so much better, knowing that the type of kid I was back in the day. Because a mí me encantaba la escuela. A mí me encantaba hacer esto y X, pero nunca se hizo because I was trying to prove a point or trying to prove something I'm not.
But one thing that I can say, like, just to add to that is sometimes we're too hard on ourselves for what we did in the past, but we were only doing what at that point we thought was, like, convenient, or we were doing whatever we could with the information that we had. Like, you know, we were children.
Yeah.
So you don't expect the children to make these decisions. And like now, looking back and you're like, oh, I should have done that. I say that too. Like, I could have saved up so much money and things like that. But no, like I went out and wasted it a little bit.
You know what's crazy you saying that? Like, that you should save some. It's crazy to me that you say that because, like, we're so... Estamos muy dirigidos a los papás que when you grow up you gotta save. So my question to you is, like, do you think that should be a priority? Should you save or should you enjoy the moment? Use your money up for lo que te da la pinche gana. The reason I say that, pues la razón que te pongo que you save or gusto, because you could die tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's exactly. This is a good question. I have mixed thoughts about it because I think that it's good to save money for like emergencies. Like you never know, también. Like tomorrow you could have an emergency and you might not have anything, and it's really hard to like ask people like for favors and stuff like that. But do I think that there's a point of you saving up money but not enjoying it at all? No. Like there's no point of you having so much money in the bank when all you do is, you know, go home and be mad at the world, or you come back from work and you're frustrated or whatever. Like if you find something that you like to do, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be going out to trips, going out on the weekends, buying yourself certain things. If you use that for something that makes you feel good in the end of the day, then go for it. Because como dices tú, no nos vamos a llevar nada. We're not going to take anything with us. And the money's going to stay. Like, I've always said that. But, you know, maybe saving up a little bit. Not being an extreme where it's like, you have to save all your money like that.
No, eso sí.
Darnos los gustos que queremos.
Definitely. Darte el gusto cuando puedas, y si tienes el dinero, knock yourself out. Because my memo for me is like, el día de mañana te puedes morir.
Yeah.
No matter like.
Are you scared of dying?
Me? Scared? Fuck no. If I die tomorrow, I'll be happy as fuck. Not like that, pero it's just
calling the crisis center.
I see it as like every day you're here. Every day you're here, pero why are you gonna be upset? Why? I know there's situations where you're gonna get upset at this or that, but like,
or why have a fear of dying?
Why have a fear of dying? Because we all know why we're here for. It's gonna happen eventually. It's gonna happen. So I live every day as like, okay, if I can do something to be happy or make someone else happy, chilo. Because I know I'm gonna see. I could probably die right now, and you're sin saber. Like you probably die tomorrow. You could die in your sleep. You know what I mean? No one knows when they're gonna die. So, do I live in fear of dying? No, because I know where I'm at. I know where I stand. I know I made an impact in someone else's life. De que ese era un cabrón. Ese Raúl es un perro. You know what I mean?
He really is. That's
No, but I can say I made people happy. You know what I mean? So that's my. Or
at least you tried to.
I tried or made.
I think that's more important. Like it doesn't matter if they're happy. Like you tried to. It was like the thought of doing it.
Because like I see like this like. If I didn't make you happy, I wouldn't have so many people that knows me. I wouldn't have some people that enjoy being around me. You know what I mean? So I'd rather my life now, and I made a memory in them. So that's my plus, that's my gain. So the mañana pues ya valí madres. You have a memory in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I see it as. Like if I die, se me acuerdan de mí.
Stop. So, with that being said, I'm glad that in a way we get to do these podcasts because right now, like again, we're trying to do things that we enjoy, that we appreciate talking about and sharing really. Little by little, I guess people will learn a little bit more about us, but
yeah, you guys would learn more about us. You guys are gonna learn.
If you have any questions, throw them at us. Actually, we're gonna probably
DM
no, I'm gonna do a
okay.
no, I'm gonna
don't DM us.
I'm gonna do an anonymous one where they can send in questions or they can send in some confesiones. How do you say it? Confessions.
Yeah.
Like make an anonymous thing where they can send in confessions, questions.
Definitely.
That sounds cool.
You heard from her. She's gonna make it a poll, no?
No, it's a whole like a survey.
The whole thing.
Like,
I'm sorry, I'm on social media. Apologize.
It's a website. Not a whole. But we really hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit about ourselves and that you learned who Rulis really is. That he is a capper on top of a capper.
The whole entire thing. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to do this.
Can I get more caps, please? I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, you just learned a little bit about me today and a little bit about Hazel.
Appreciate you sharing.
Yeah, it's doing this is pretty cool. You know what I mean? So we're still starting. You know what I mean? It's the 3rd episode. We're getting the hang of it. I'm not that nervous anymore. If you guys notice, I'm nervous. I apologize, but ahí andamos. We're trying to get things going, and hopefully next episode we have some guests coming through, helping us out. You know what I mean? Give us your feedback. Give us what else?
Make sure you follow us. Make sure you share our video. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. What else?
Just hit up the chat, hit up the page, and let us know what would you guys like to see.
Yeah.
Who you guys want on? Do you guys want shout outs?
Yeah. Or any topic that you want to see.
Or you guys have something you guys would like to share, and we bring it out for you guys. Like, let us know.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty cool to hear from you guys, and help us out. Get us more followers. I mean, that we'll much appreciate it. And
but stay real.
Yeah.
And more than anything, don't be a cap like Rolis. All right,
Shout
everyone.
out to you guys. Salud.
Bye.